Okay, you guys, this story is actually insane, and I need you to picture this with me for a second. Because imagine going online expecting the usual Jenkins chaos, the excuses, the deflections, the weird performative motherhood moments, and instead you find something so deeply unhinged that you just stop, stare at the screen, and whisper to yourself, no, because what am I even looking at? Because this woman, this grown woman, this mother of multiple kids living in a single cramped motel room, has reached a point where she's literally using banner accounts to hype herself up, defend herself, clap back at critics, argue with strangers, shower herself in praise, and accidentally expose herself in the process. And the wildest part, the absolute stomach flipping, mind blowing part, she exposed herself not once, not twice, but repeatedly, like she forgot she was pretending to be other people. And while all of this is happening online, while she's fighting imaginary battles against her own users, her real children, her actual babies, are spending Thanksgiving in a motel. Not because resources don't exist, not because help isn't available, not because there is a housing crisis preventing them from moving, but because she and Drew failed to qualify for those opportunities due to their own poor planning, their own decisions, their own refusal to change anything about the way they live. So, yes, buckle in, take a deep breath, get comfortable because this spiral is not a story you just skim through. It is a whole descent. At first, it almost seemed like typical Stephanie behavior, blaming circumstances instead of her videos, positioning herself as the victim, doing this whole bare minimum while acting like a hero performance she's perfected over the past year. But the thing is, the more you watch her, the more you start realizing that she's not just sticking to the script, she's doubling down on it. And I'm sitting here like, of course she is, because this is the same routine she pulls every single time. Something goes wrong, not her fault. Kids suffering, not her responsibility. Motel life closing in, just another day for her to shrug and pretend she had no hand in any of it. But then it gets darker, almost like the universe said, oh, you thought that was bad? Sweetie, we're just warming up. Because Stephanie and Drew made their kids spend Thanksgiving in the same cramped motel room they've been stuck in for almost a year now. And when I say cramped, I don't mean, oh, small space. I mean suffocating. I mean the kind of room where you wake up and forget what natural light even feels like because the curtains stay shut like they're hiding state secrets. The door is always closed like fresh air is illegal. And night feels exactly the same. And the whole place becomes this weird, timeless void where morning and night feel exactly the same. Seven people breathing the same warm, recycled air while grease from stovetop meals clings to the walls like it's paying rent. They cook everything in that one room, grease floating into blankets, sweaters, hair, pillows, turning that single space into a hot, heavy, suffocating pressure cooker of noise and smell and chaos. Because, of course, she does. Right after sharing this story, she posts back online with a video of her preparing leftovers for her kids, holding that plate like it's going to erase that fact that her decisions have her children spending yet another holiday chopped in filth and chaos. Like, bestie, this isn't the plot twist you think it is. And then she returns again, this time with a wild, famous feeding my children montage, trying so desperately to look like a good mother, as if feeding your kids, the literal bare bones minimum requirement of parenthood, is suddenly her redemption arc. Feeding them isn't an achievement, it is a heroic act. It is a chapter. It's chapter one of Parenting 101. These kids don't just need food, they need stability, they need fresh air, they need sunlight, they need actual bedrooms and personal space, and the chance to be children without living inside a dark, suffocating motel room that hasn't seen sunlight in months. And the public, oh, they saw right through it instantly. People were calling her out left and right for doing the absolute minimum while still refusing to provide for her kids the life they deserve. And honestly, you can't help but sit there and think, what mother intentionally puts her kids through all this when she has the ability, the opportunities, the resources, the means to do better, but chooses time after time not to? This is where things really take a turn because instead of addressing her audience, instead of apologizing, instead of showing even a molecule of accountability, Stephanie does what Stephanie always does when the walls start closing in. She completely spirals, and not a cute spiral, not a let me take accountability and heal spiral. No. She goes into full-blown meltdown mode in her own comment section, pretending to be other people, like she's starring in her own one-woman show with a cast of imaginary best friends. She's in there using banner accounts like they're coupons, grabbing whichever one she needs for the moment. Encouragement banner, defensive banner, passive-aggressive banner, I'm such a good mom banner. It's like she has a whole mental filing cabinet leveled ways to hype myself up because no one else will.
I wanted to point something out real quick because I was like looking at Stephanie's fucking BS again. I know. If these burners are her, if they are her or somebody associated with her, they leave out Deshawn and they've said bad things about him. And people who support her have said that she would be better off without Deshawn in her life. And are saying like, oh, I can't wait till February and then you're free and rid of that kid. Like, I've seen that in her comments, and if it is her behind these accounts, because we all suspect it is, it just think about it for a minute. She doesn't want that kid. She just wants the control over him. I don't know. Just go and see what the burners say. See what they say about each of the kids. Look at that comment, how they didn't mention Deshawn at all. They just said, your girls and Bubba. A little weird. Also, if they were real, they could help you with your credit. Why don't they just pay for the whole house for you? They could pay your whole rent.
And the thing that kills me is she really thinks she's pulling it off. She's leaving herself words of encouragement, hyping up her own videos, praising her own parenting, creating fake positive threads to make it look like she has supporters lining up at the door when in reality it's just her, and her. It's like watching someone host a surprise party for themselves and still act shocked when they walk in. But then it gets messy. So messy that even I had to sit back and say, girl, blink twice if you need help. Because one of her banner accounts, Jenna, pops up and comments, Happy Thanksgiving, tell your girls and Booba Happy Thanksgiving too. And immediately you notice it. She mentions every child except Deshawn, every single one, except the one boy she consistently treats like an accessory she misplaces and then pretends she did not. And we know why. We've seen it. The neglect, the exclusion, the weird obsession with controlling him while faking concern. Remember when she went shopping for her kids and did not buy him a single thing? Remember when she used him for sympathy 1 minute and then ignored him the next? So this banner comment wasn't just a slip up. It was a confession disguised as a fun engagement. But of course, it spirals even further because subtlety is not one of her spiritual gifts. Someone comments asking why Deshawn wasn't mentioned, referring to him as D, and the banner account Lindsay Lee, aka Stephanie talking herself, responds like the person meant Drew. She forgot her own storyline. Meanwhile, another banner account jumps in with laughing emojis as if neglecting a child is some inside joke between her and her imaginary support system. At this point, the banners are tripping over each other, while real people in the comments are defending Dishon, literally saying they hope he'll be freed in February when his mother files for full custody. But Stephanie does not slow down, not even a little bit. Lindsay Lee returns with, Yum, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Then Claire Miranda arrives right on cue with, Yum, every dish looks delicious. Then the accounts Dr. Nick and Dr. Josh both drop heart eye emojis like synchronized swimmers. Then they comment again, delicious. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. And then because this circus never ends, the Kennedy banner appears with, Happy Turkey Day. We are off to dinner. We'll be back tomorrow to support you. You guys. All these accounts talk the same wording, same energy, same emojis, same clinging, desperate tone. She isn't even trying to disguise herself. It's like she copied and pasted her personality and hoped no one would notice. And then, oh my God, the biggest slip up of all. She literally copies and pastes the exact same comment using two different banner accounts. From Kennedy, at Lindsay Lee, you owe her rent. You're up in her 24/7, 365 for the past year. That should buy them a new home. And then seconds later, she posts the same thing, word for word, using Dr. Nick and Dr. Josh. Not even a comma changed, not a single emoji swapped, no attempt to pretend these are separate human beings. Then her other banners, Janice, Claire, Miranda, jump in to react to her own comment like they've just witnessed a mic drop. It was a disaster. A hilarious disaster for us, a humiliating disaster for her. But shockingly, it gets worse. People start noticing patterns and not subtle ones. Every banner account has an AI generated avatar, a private profile, exactly 7 followers, every single one. What are the odds of that? Zero, less than zero, negative odds. The universe is screaming, it is her. And the biggest red flag of all, these accounts defend her like god dogs, attacking anyone who criticizes her, praising her every move. But when she publicly begged for a co-signer so she could qualify for a house, not a single one of her devoted imaginary fans showed up. Not one, not even a fake I wish I could comment. People immediately started mocking her. If they support you so much, tell them to co-sign. They knew. She knew. Everyone knew. And then the speculation starts swirling that even the side piece drama might have been cooked up by her to revive her dying platform because the timing too perfect, the plot twist too convenient, the sudden switch from side piece exposing Drew to side piece supporting Stephanie too suspicious. People genuinely believe she manufactured an entire scandal just to boost engagement, even if it meant putting her kids through emotional chaos. And the final blow, the one that made everyone pause, one of her banner accounts commented, "I'm just tired of hearing about Deshaun. He's not the real victim." At that point, the mask wasn't just sleeping, it was on the floor. Because if she's saying this publicly under fake profiles, you have to wonder what's happening privately. Right now, the kids are still in the motel. There is no confirmed new home, just an application, and Stephanie's desperate hope that the public believes her excuses. Best case, they somehow get approved before the holidays end. Worst case, this was all just for attention and nothing changes. And the kids stay trapped while new excuses roll in because everything, literally everything, depends on whether this house application is even real, whether they will finally follow through. And looking at Stephanie's behavior, camping in her comments all day, using banner accounts to troll people, refusing to get a job even though she has nothing else to do, it's hard to believe stability is coming anytime soon.
They done made a whole new TikTok, y'all. And they have no money. They're shopping at Target.
She's kind, she's compassionate, she's funny, and she's loyal. But what's the worry is she doesn't fit into the boxes society tries to put her in. And she doesn't want to. She's unapologetically herself. Not happening right now. And that's what makes her shine. She's the kind of person who lights up a room just by walking in. I want to hold it. Her kindness is a beacon, drawing others to her like moths to a flame. She's always there with a smile and a kind word, ready to lift others up when they're feeling down. Her sense of humor is infectious, bringing joy and laughter wherever she goes. She has a way of finding the funny side of things, even in the darkest of times. Her loyalty is unlike any other. She stands by her friends and loved ones through thick and thin, always ready to offer support and a listening ear. Her loyalty is a rare treasure, one that is cherished by all who know her. And her beauty, it shines from within, radiating outwards like a bright light. It's not just about her physical appearance, though she is undeniably stunning. It's about the way she carries herself, with confidence and grace. It's about the kindness in her eyes and the warmth of her smile. She's the different one, and the world is a better place because of it.
It is heartbreaking when you imagine being a child in that situation, waking up every day in a dim, cramped room with no fresh air, no privacy, no sunlight, and no stability. Watching your mother spend hours online defending herself with fake profiles instead of fighting for your future. It makes you uncomfortable. It makes you question intentions. It makes you wonder what's really happening behind the scenes because this spiral, it's not normal. It's not healthy, and it's not harmless. So now we're left with one big question. How far is Stephanie willing to go? How many banner accounts? How many deflections? How many fake controversies before she realizes she's not fooling anyone and her children are the ones paying the ultimate price? Because honestly, this is getting out of hand. Disturbing even. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe to keep updated on more to come.